I grew up not really considering mental health as a serious thing. Do you know what I mean? Which obviously, being in the Western world now has opened my eyes to different things, but it's just part of me now. It's part of me. So yeah. Oh. But trust me, it actually, I mean, not for me, but from people because I used to be a student rep, so people come to talk to me and stuff. Yeah. So I used to be. I'm still a student rep, but obviously based on what I've heard from other people, it actually really does affect. It actually affects because it's one of those cases with engineering. If you study, you might still fail.
Damn.
So you have to understand what you're studying. So it's even if you put everything in your head, you know the formulas, you know everything. But if you don't understand how to use it, you're still gonna fail.
Welcome back to Stardust Podcast. I'm your host Mo, and today I'm joined by
Who's Tough, find it on the pod, aka the champion. And who else we got in the studio?
Sheon.
Hey, good to have you back, bro.
No worries, man. Thank you.
What are we doing today?
If you could just give us a quick breakdown of who you are, what course you're on, then we'll get into the questions.
Yeah, my name is Sheon, as I said previously. I study mechanical engineering at Northumbria University, and it's a 3 years course, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. You're also an international student as well, right?
Yeah, I'm international also.
What country are you from?
Nigeria. You can tell by the accent.
All my Nigerians out there, this one's for you.
Okay.
Is this the first time we've had an international student on?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
You've had it before?
No. This is the first time we've had him.
On YouTube, on visuals, but we've had him before.
Yeah, we've had you before, but just for the series, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I have some questions on that later
okay.
for other people, but yeah.
All right. So why did you pick your course?
You know, like it's it's one of those things that, how do you explain? So, for most people, generally, most people people I've met here, people from here, it's like you guys pick your course based on, or maybe I'm passionate about it, so maybe I want to solve something. But for me,
I mean, if it depends on if you're a different complexion, maybe you could, do something else for your passion. But yeah.
But for someone like me, it was a case of my dad was, you have 5 options: medicine, engineering,
Lawyer.
Yeah, law. It said biomed, but it just said anything science, and then the
STEM.
Yeah, anything STEM.
Yeah.
And then the 5th one is you're a failure, so don't go to university.
You got 5 options.
So you get what I mean?
STEM or fail.
And obviously, I did medicine for a year. Oh, I didn't tell you guys, but I did medicine for a year.
Really?
Yeah, so I did medicine for a year, and it was
Northumbria as well, by the way.
Oh no, not Northumbria, back home in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a case of I didn't really obviously I didn't know how it was, but then when I go on the course and I saw, I was like, oh no. It's like it's a waste of money to do something that I'm not gonna put effort in, and it wasn't really my strong point. It was one of a case of I was good in science, everywhere, physics, maths, chemistry, and everything. I was good, but it was a case, and even biology. It was a case of I didn't like it enough to do it, and me as a person, I don't really care about. It's not good, but I don't really care about human. I won't say human life, but if someone is dying here, it's like I'll just pass. If I don't know the person, I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay.
If I don't know the person, but
no, I understand what you're saying, which is why for me, biomed, I'm good behind the lab because apparently I don't have good customer service skills.
You don't.
So my bedside manner wasn't there for being around patients. So for me, being in the back makes sense.
That's why I was
understand that.
Yeah, so you get the point. Because most people that do medicine is care for people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So why I did engineering was after I dropped out of my university in Nigeria, then I got an option to either go back to university in Nigeria or go abroad and explore and stuff. So I did that, and then I picked it and came here.
Okay.
Yeah, that was why I actually picked engineering. It's not like it was anything special, just there.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's fair.
What's interesting is you also do mechanical engineering.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So why did you pick? Is it similar to his?
I mean, it kind of is similar. I was raised in a similar sense where there's only certain routes you should really be going down.
Yeah.
If we're talking about passion, my passion definitely wasn't for engineering.
Yeah.
It was for history, but that was quickly weaned off of that. Yeah, that was shut down so quickly. And then I thought my sister was already going to do medicine. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I think that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be nice. Sounds interesting. I did like work experience for like a summer in Nigeria actually. Enjoyed that, but then when my sister started applying for uni, and she had to do all these exams. Like in the UK, you have to do BMAT and UK CAT to get into medicine, just before you get into medicine. Yeah, that's regardless of your UCAS application, interviews, etc. I was like, yeah, I'm not an exam guy.
Oh.
I hate exams with a
Really?
passion. I hate exams.
So what? You're more coursework?
I love coursework. Coursework you can do in the comfort of your own time.
Yeah, true. That's true. But I thought you were an
Coursework is
exam
better for
guy,
me.
you know?
Coursework is better
like
than
you just
exams.
cram it out. You strike me as a guy who just crams it in.
For me, coursework is better than exams.
Oh.
Exams, you have a bad day, you're finished.
Yeah, yeah.
One bad day will finish you on that exam.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't
No,
do it.
it makes
Personally,
sense.
I can't do it. And so for me, as soon as I saw my sister doing those exams, I was like, cool. So if I don't do well, I'm not getting into medicine anyway. And then medicine, it's one of those jobs, like as a doctor, that you have to take exams for the rest of your life to make sure that you're staying
At a certain level.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
a certain level of performance.
But is that not the same with your jobs as well? Because I know architecture also has that where you keep in top shape. Because again, with your jobs, an
Yeah.
error, depending on where you go in mechanical eng,
Yeah.
like if there's an error with someone's car or something, like,
I mean, the thing
Like-
is, with the way life is now, everything is software based. So it's like,
Exactly.
if you can prove you're good at the software, it's like you don't necessarily need to do the exam because, like, come on, if you can, they give you the software and then they give it to you. You've done what you want to do. You don't really need to do the exam.
okay.
But with medicine, they won't give you someone's life because if you make a mistake, the person dies. You know?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, you
Like
get-
you're finished in that regard.
yeah.
And with engineering, and it's similar for medicine too in a certain aspect. Like you're not the only person that looks at something and is like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
job done. Like it's checked by multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even with medicine, they do check it. I know that there's doctors and then there's maybe consultants that look at other things as well, and nurses, but can always, if there's a mistake and that mistake comes out to you, you're finished. I was like, yeah, cool. I don't want to be in that environment. And so the next best thing for me was engineering and mechanical, just because it was the first thing I really found myself stumbling into. So that's how I chose to do it personally. But yeah, kind of similar. I went down the medical route, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't going to be for me.
Okay.
But yeah, how would you break down the demographics of your course? So what does it look like, male, female wise, and also race wise?
For starters, we're just 3 international students out of 150 people. So, yeah, it's very, very...
Same country or?
No. I'm the only Nigerian on my course. And then you have one guy from Zimbabwe. No, Zambia, sorry. And then you have someone from Cameroon. And then, obviously, because we're in England, the population density is towards like British people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus you're in the north as
Yeah,
well.
so it's like I'm very far from where Yeah.
Far from home.
far from home. And you have a little bit of like the people from the Middle East again also. But like that just makes up around 10%. And we people from Africa, maybe like 1% or 2%. And then the rest is British people.
And then in between men and women?
So between men and women, it's like, oh yeah, actually, out of the 150 people, roughly 150 people, it's just 4 girls.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
4 girls. Yeah, 4 girls.
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't even
We need more women in STEM.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Jesus Christ.
Because honestly, it's like with guys, it's all about competition.
Mhm.
I want to be the best. Like I'm like, let everyone, like, yeah,
But it breeds results, that mentality. Like,
yeah. It does bring
sort of
results,
helps.
but what happens is, at the end of the day, it's an experience. University is an experience, not about the grades. So you get what I mean?
Whoa, wait, hold on. Sorry. this guy said that shit. I didn't deep it. What do you mean?
no.
It's about the experience, but it's also about the grades.
Yeah, like the grades help. Like obviously the grades help, but
yeah.
like wait, when you apply for a job, for example, you apply for a job, the grades can only get you so far.
True.
It's all about you as a person. I get a first, he gets a first, you get a first. We go for the interview. It's about the personality now.
Yeah.
It's not about the grades. So it's like, that's why there was a friend of mine that finished like 3 years ago. He got 89%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the best results I've seen. 89, first class, like top first class. He hasn't gotten a job.
Jesus Christ.
Just
what? Is
2
doing
years now.
Pizza Hut and
Yeah, because it's
Mackies.
like he's as a person, he doesn't have any personality.
Oh.
So it's very difficult for him to go to the interview and like
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
convince the people to hire him.
Yeah,
and
I'd like to
stuff.
dive into that actually.
Yeah.
After.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And could you like detail the experience you had applying as an international student for the course here?
Okay, yeah. For international students, we had something called like an IFP, so it's an international foundation program. So it's kind of you have to prove that you understand English enough for you to study in the country. So like if you're applying from back home, you have to like I have an IELTS test and those kind of things, and then you have the IFP, and then so the IFP is something like an A levels here, I think,
Oh, okay.
the equivalent, and then you use that one to apply for the degree itself. So that's like I think I did that for like 8 months, 9 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, with international students as well, I hear it's expensive. Like,
Whew.
does it vary from country to country, or is it just a title like international student?
No, it doesn't
This
vary
is
from.
the
It just varies from course to course. Yeah, it doesn't vary from country to country. So if I'm doing medicine and engineering, they are mostly the ones that their prices are very, very similar. So like a friend of mine that is doing business now, his is like 12,000
a year or
a year, yeah.
Jesus.
And then mine is 15,500.
Compared to our what 9K.
Yeah.
And it's like Northumbria is one of the cheapest. I applied for a master's at UCL and they offered me 28.
Damn.
I'm like, to study.
So is it
28K
safe? Is it safe to
for
assume
1
that,
year
Yeah,
at UCL?
yeah, it's mad. But is it safe to assume that what was I going to ask now? Is it safe to assume that international students have money?
No, that's so.
Because if you're talking
No.
about 20K in a year, like,
That's
what's
the
going
thing.
on here?
The thing is, international. I won't say international students don't have money. It totally depends on what classification of international student. Because being an international student, there's so many things that plays into it. For example, if you have a good government, your exchange rate, they will make sure your exchange rate is very, very small. But like I've been here for almost 4 years. When I came here, the rate I was paying from naira, my currency, to pounds has changed dramatically. I came here paying 350 pounds, 350 naira for £1, and now it's 675. So it's doubled. Do you get what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
So it's like now for me to buy £1, I have to pay twice as much to get. So you get what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do they offer any scholarships to international students?
No, see, like I can trust me, for someone that has looked for like I've looked for scholarships, and obviously because of my grades, so I've looked for scholarships and stuff. It's like they'll probably just tell you, take off £1,000, take off £1,000 maximum. Like,
Oh,
they will-
20K, bro!
They won't
I'm
give
looking
you-
for a 50% discount, big man. What do you mean?
They won't. No, they won't give you like. Even if like if you're applying, like if you see the university website, you will see somewhere it says, any scholarship only applies to EU or home students.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But obviously now that Boris Johnson and the whole Brexit thing, so obviously the EU people won't really get that anymore. But like you get what I mean. But then that used to be the case.
Jesus.
Did you have to fill out a personal statement when you're applying?
Oh yeah, I had to do one actually. I had to do one. Yeah, I had to do one. You do a personal statement and then I did a personal statement for the foundation and then I used my WIAC. I don't know what WIAC is. Would I say GCSEs? I don't know.
Yeah. Like, wait, did you use grades from college? So
Yeah.
Like A-level, O-level?
Yeah, I used the grades from there.
Okay. So like as someone who said like you weren't really passionate about the engineering stuff, so like what were you saying on your personal statement? Like,
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I mean, you know when you say something that's not actually the truth, but you just say it to get in.
so you just made up a lie. Like my uncle, he used to fix
No,
cars.
but actually, it's not. I mean, some of the things I said were true because my grandpa is a mining engineer
Okay.
and one of the biggest in West Africa.
All right.
So it was just a case of it convinced me on why I should pick engineering because I wanted to pick between civil, mechanical, or electrical.
Okay.
But it was like why I should go for mechanical because he has done mining and obviously he's like
What does it mine minerals like gold? And
Yeah, like gold, silver, like uranium, cobalt, and like everywhere. So like everything is mined, everything you can get from the ground, basically.
Okay.
Any precious thing you can get from the ground. So yeah, so that's what he used to do before he's retired now. But so it was a case of he wanted to like show me the different branches in engineering on why I should pick. So that was what I was just mentioning in my personal statement and tell them that, oh yeah, and I was like, and obviously like I had the grade, so they were like, oh well,
Yeah, fair
come
enough.
for it.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I feel like with the uni process when applying, like in college they sell you some dream like, oh, if your personal statement's good or if these other extraneous factors are calm, your grades won't really matter that much. But when I was applying to university, it was pretty much like, do you have the grades or not? If you don't have the grades, keep it moving. Like,
Yeah.
there's very little leeway. Like,
No, of
when
course
it came
not.
to me applying.
Wait, is that how it seemed like to you?
Yeah, for me, it just seemed like a checklist. Like, if they look at your shit and it's not correct, you're done.
Yeah, that's how I saw it as well. But
Yeah.
who sells the dream that it's grades don't matter as much as your personal statement?
Probably
It's
like
just the way they package everything. Like,
No,
no,
bro.
if you've done some experience here, if your personal statement's really, really good, like it's not they just made it seem not as strict.
Not as strict. I don't
Yeah.
know about that one.
But then when you get to the door, it's a checklist of if you're not meeting the requirements,
It's actually
you're
true,
finished. Even in clearing, like there's not that much leeway in clearing. Maybe like 1 grade difference, but you still need like what 2 out of the 3 maybe.
perhaps,
yeah.
yeah, potentially, yeah. Well, because for my personal statement, again, this is just general advice for everybody. If you're not passionate about the course to the point where you can spill a lot on the page,
Yeah.
and then let your tutor, for example, come in, or your friends or your family come in, chop it up, make it look neat and nicer, and you yourself revise it yourself, then you're just gonna have to be a wordsmith. Like,
Yeah, man. Go on YouTube, bro.
don't lie.
In fact, reckon we will do a sliders episode where we give advice on how to properly. It's not a lie, but
It's not lie, but essentially what you need to do is, if you haven't, you need to at least. I had experience, like a week's experience, working with a company in the UK before. So if you have any experience, talk about that experience, and then
you basically need to
say
milk.
what you got out of it.
You need to milk
Every
out
situation.
every situation you've been in, fam. If your car broke down and you had to call the AAA for mentioning your personal statement,
Hey, I didn't mention any personal things. Like that.
hey, fam, you need to say that was the day
I'm sure
and you wanted to be a mechanical engineer.
I feel like you just need to learn how to tell a convincing story.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
if
but
you
that's
can do
life,
that.
innit? Job interviews, personal statements.
Yeah. If you can't read your personal statement and believe that you actually want to do the course,
Yeah.
then they're not going to believe it either.
Trust me, they
So,
won't.
yeah.
They won't.
So why did you come to Northumbria in particular compared to other
Actually, it was my uncle that did that one. He was like, because he said Newcastle is a very small city, so it's very easy to go around. Yeah, in comparison to London, like London is
London, Birmingham,
Manchester,
Manchester as well.
it's like for you to go to uni, it's like it's scattered. But Newcastle, it's like everything is like around the 20 minutes walk everywhere max. So it's very, very mobile and stuff for university. And also the price of living and stuff.
Okay.
That's fair. I'll say that's one of Newcastle's biggest attractions.
Yeah.
That everything is so close quarters, you can get about quite quickly.
Yeah. I'll definitely recommend people come like just to experience it, or even just open days in general.
Yeah.
Because you want to experience the uni, and of course you experience the city for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you came to somewhere like London, like you said, where it's just too busy, way too busy. Even Newcastle on a busy day, as a Londoner, like it's not that deep.
Yeah, it
is
doesn't pales in comparison. Yeah.
Trust me to know. Like in London, I felt like I was slow. Like the guys people around me were so fast that I was like, am I high or something? Like I was slow.
like everyone's on like ×2 speed, and you're there like, wait, you're still trying to process everything that's going on.
Yeah. And do you have a long-term goal like right now, or did you have a long-term goal beforehand?
I don't know per se. Like, what do you mean a long-term goal in terms of my degree, or is it personally?
Yeah.
Your degree. So like,
Okay.
do you have anywhere
the wife and kids?
In terms of my degree, I want to be a chartered mechanical engineer. So like recognized by the IMECI body. I don't know if you know what that
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So it's like a body that accredits your degree and stuff. So it's just one of those things like you won't, and I won't say a scientist per se, but it's one of those things like you could be, if you discover something, you could have an accreditation, and then they will be like, oh, so let's say I'm not, maybe not discover because obviously it's already here, but let's say I found the solution to something, or the reason, like I gave a reason why this happened or something like that. You get what I mean? So it's one of those things, and then just make a lot of money along the way and stuff.
Make it up along the way.
Sound. Strong
Yeah.
plan.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because the job market isn't. It's one of those things. It will never really look poor for engineers. Like
Yeah.
engineers are always
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like there's gonna be even if there isn't work here, you can go abroad, pretty much anywhere and find a job.
Yeah. Do you have a long-term plan, like in terms like where you see yourself as an engineer or as a person with an engineering degree?
Other than being chartered, I just want a stable job and good money.
So what type of engineering stuff would you be fixing or sorting out?
Bro, they can put me on anything. I already told you, my original passion was not engineering.
Wait, so would you blend? Have you thought about blending engineering and history? Or like,
How you let me know how you do that.
I don't know.
I
Like,
designed a new machine they use for excavating and looking for old fossils and shit.
yeah, like no, but literally, you
Oh.
could be like on the field. Like engineering isn't as well. Some degrees aren't as straightforward as they seem to be. There's parts where your degree can play a role, and you can, like I said, blend it. Like even what you mentioned off the top, you might think it's ridiculous, but an engineer is required in some process. Like even in filmmaking, when they're making stuff for cameramen and stuff, engineers are required for certain things. You get me? So like you yourself know that engineering, it's bigger than just fixing a car.
It falls out
Yeah.
into certain areas.
So you could definitely link what you initially liked doing with your current degree. Easy.
No, but I feel like what I plan to do is just to have like my passion for history and anything else I have passions for in the future. Those will just be side hobbies. Like I want to enjoy my work anyway.
Yeah.
But if I don't enjoy my work, I'm gonna have stuff outside work to fall back on that
Yeah.
will make me happy. Other than the money,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the money's gonna definitely contribute.
I mean, yeah, trust me, it's gonna help a
Yeah.
lot.
Okay. And have you personally done any research into the job market or into your chosen field after? Like,
I mean, yeah, I've done a little bit of research into the job market and stuff to see how it is, and it's like what I've noticed is every other job market for every other some other courses, like it's reducing and stuff
Yeah.
due to the technological advancement. But for engineering, it's more moving towards software based. So it's like fine when you see a job, you see in the title it says, "Oh, engineer needed." And then they'll write somewhere in the description, preferably someone that understands certain software or that has an history or doing a little bit of software somewhere. So you get what I mean? So if you want to do engineering, I'll advise you, take the software a bit serious.
So
It's gonna help.
do you take the software a bit serious?
I don't have a choice. I have to take everything serious.
No, but like, so does your uni like have software modules where you like focus on software, or is that something you do in your spare time to just boost your software knowledge?
No, actually, our uni actually do enough to put you on the software because my dissertation, it's everything is on software.
Okay.
So the whole thing is, I mean, you could do the experimental somewhere, but they were like, the guy was like, oh, you don't really need to do the experimental because you could do it any day, anytime. But the software is where the future is heading to. So it's better if you do it on the software. and stuff.
Okay.
So I think the university actually, they do a lot too in terms of software.
Okay. So then what would you say about the software stuff? Like,
I
do you
mean,
do software?
It's ingrained in the modules that it's most important.
Yeah.
Like we have a design and manufacturing module. It's there. We use Autodesk, Inventor, Professional. Well, we use 2018, even though 2021 is out now. That's only
because it's to save money, fam.
that's only because they like consistency for the lecturers. Because
Yeah.
the software does change ever so slightly between each like annual iteration. So they keep the 2018, but other than that, it's pretty much we use it for that module every time. like drawings, like we could do those with our hands,
Yeah.
and they did at one point require us to do it with our hands, but
Now it's what
yeah,
Google
now it's
SketchUp or
not
CAD.
Google SketchUp. You use your CAD essentially to. It is CAD. You use the
Yeah.
CAD to get the drawings out. You can get them done so quickly now.
Do you have 3D printers?
We have 3D printers at the uni, but we don't personally use them ourselves.
Oh,
Like we'd send it off to an engineer
damn.
Oh.
that says with the uni to print out for us.
It would be cool if
Oh,
you
we
could
used
use
we
them.
we have the access. We can actually do it ourselves.
So you can 3D print that in your spare time.
yeah.
Swear.
Would you have to pay for it?
No, it's free.
Well, that's
Free?
crazy.
No, so that means free material.
Yeah, yeah. You just like for all. I mean, it depends on. I mean, I don't know if people do, but I do it because I'm allowed.
Yeah.
So what happens is you can just go in, you just speak to the technician that you're there because obviously they need to know that someone is there,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so they don't go and lock you in. Yeah, because the building at times most people might not be there. So, but yeah, you're allowed to use it and like. Just
No,
do
but
it.
is the material free? So can you go in like and print an Iron Man suit?
Okay, tough. That's ridiculous.
I mean,
What do you mean it's
A
ridiculous?
whole Iron Man suit.
Yes,
that's
you
gonna.
can.
I mean, that's gonna. It's gonna be very very expensive for the university, but
Yeah, but
in theory you can do it.
that's dumb. That's so dumb.
Hey, that's your uni.
No, wait, listen. They charge us for paper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They
That's what I
charge
was
us for
No,
paper.
The thing is, it's not actually done because, say, for example, the advancement in terms of 3D printing it's going. You know now they build houses in 3D,
Yeah,
and then you can
yeah.
build your house in 2 days instead of a month, instead of 3 months. So it's like if you have the opportunity and the skill to build a whole Iron Man suit, and it looks very good, trust me, that's very good on you because then you can, obviously maybe not Iron Man suit. Let's say something academic,
Yeah.
but if you can actually, let's just say something like that big sculpture and stuff, a full suit that can actually fit you, that's a very good skill. Trust me. It's like it means then you're actually very comfortable with the software because.
But they
3D
charge us for paper though. Like that's why I'm so focused on them charging for material because it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I had like they give us like credit points at Northumbria for paper. Like I think the budget's like what £10 or something, like 10p, 20p per paper, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Point is we have to pay for this shit.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you could theoretically print yourself Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer.
Yeah, but like I think
At least yours makes sense that they keep that
But
shit away
I don't
from
think.
the students.
I mean, Captain America, the 3D printing is, except you use the big one, but I don't know if they might allow you to use the big one. But let's say like an action something like maybe this big,
Okay.
you can actually print that one, and they will let you do that one for free.
Okay.
But because obviously my work hasn't actually put me in a situation that I have to print something that huge. But let's say something this big, so like a size of an iPad or something. So yeah, you should be able to print it for free, and it's very
I think it
expensive.
makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it actually makes sense to make it free, if it's academically related anyway.
yeah.
Like
course.
because even making a
But
miniature,
even those fucking dissertations
Bro.
and assignments they have us do, we still get paid. Well, you're talking about
that's
20
paper.
pages.
That's paper though. Like yeah, but you can do that on anything though.
No, I hear that it's paper and stuff, but 3D printing is like plastic and all these other materials.
You understand that, and it's not cheap. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if you can print out, let's just say an Iron Man action figure that is detailed, that's like roughly this high, yeah, then the skill you would need to make it look good
Yeah.
and to get it to print out in 3D, because I've seen the way on like YouTube videos, on TikTok videos, that some people have really like 3D printed Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to print out the head, the chest plate, the legs differently. I saw the software they were using. That stuff looked confusing.
Trust me.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like the guy who said it is like it's a skill that you learn, like you said.
Yeah.
innit? So he was showing us like you can get the wrong size, something's too big, too small, completely off in terms of like positions or placements. Everything's off, and you have to just keep going until you get everything accurate.
And the funny thing is, it's so detailed that when you're 3D printing, you have the honeycomb structure. So honeycomb structure is like how arranged the thing the because it's liquid plastic and stuff. How it's layered inside. So in terms of like a very very small scale.
Yeah.
So if there's a mistake, then you can either make the material ductile or brittle. So you can make it very hard, or you can make it very soft that immediately you touch it, it snaps. So it's like trust me, the skill needed to do something like that, it's gonna be, because I can do it, but the
Yeah.
skill needed to do that, it's very
Yeah.
advanced.
And if that's advanced, think about the 3D printing organ stuff they've been talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Fam,
stuff.
that's
Definitely.
They're on job.
Yeah.
They're on job.
Like honestly, society in the next 20 years, yeah. Listen, we're in our generation, we'll see some great stuff.
Trust me, I feel
We'll
like
see some great
there should be a
stuff.
way that you. I mean, I don't think it's possible, but because obviously religion and stuff. But I feel like with the way things are going, there will probably be a way you can swap your bodies. So like you can take your consciousness from one body to a different body.
Yeah.
Just the way things are going.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way things are going. But aside from
I
that,
think so. I think we'll get there.
Well, you want us to get there.
I do. I'll be disappointed if we don't.
yeah.
Oh. And in terms of studying, like, do you have any unique study methods that you use?
So there are two types of people. So you have the ones that like they are hardworking, they keep on top of everything and stuff like that. Time management is superb and everything. And then you have the ones that they just do everything last minute.
Yeah.
In terms of engineering, I've been both people.
Yeah.
So like I've been on time for my first year and second year. No, my foundation and first year, and then for my second year and final year, I was one of those people like, just leave it because it's because I already got comfortable with what I was doing. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, when you don't know something, but it's like you don't want to not leave it to last minute so you don't flop. So, but I already got comfortable like already, and I understood what we're doing. So it was a case of like, I'll sort it out when I need to. But like if you feel like you're struggling and stuff, just have a very good time management and then you'll be fine. With very good time management, you do everything on time. You speak to your supervisors, you speak to people.
Is there
and
anything
stuff.
special you do to manage your time? Do you have like a diary, calendar, phone, or?
So in terms of that, what I normally do is like I always have a wristwatch on my hand. So it's like I'm looking at the time constantly so I don't fall behind and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, even is that more for like when you're on a project, like within 24 hours you're looking at the wristwatch, or I mean more for like long term stuff, like
No,
if you have an assignment. or
Yeah,
an exam?
generally for the whole. And what I normally do is I used to have I still do it, but like so I have a monthly planner, and then in the monthly planner I have a weekly planner, and then the weekly planner I have a daily planner.
Of course. Yep.
So what I do is obviously you can see the overall thing in the month, and then every day I want to have a certain milestone I eat. So that it can help me for the overall structure of what I want to achieve and stuff like that.
Okay.
So then in that case, it's going to help you. I feel like it should help you.
Okay.
Should be all right.
Yeah. Is this a monthly planner you have on your laptop? Is it
Oh,
on
no, I just
paper?
do it on an A4 sheet.
Yeah, fair enough.
So like, yeah, just an A4 paper and stuff.
And how would you describe the quality of your lecturers?
I feel like they pay them too much for the job they're doing.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let's hear it.
For example,
Yeah.
I'm in my final year, right? I have a
Okay.
dissertation, and my supervisor does not understand the software he's supervising me in.
Okay.
Like,
Is
how-
there a professional available to understand
yes!
it?
Like, fam, he was saying, I should go and meet this PhD student. But I'm like, the PhD student wasn't written on the brief and who I'm meant to meet. It was you. The PhD student has his own thing to do. Because even that actually reflected on what we're doing. Because he might be like, oh, he's busy. He has other things to do. That I should call him a week time or 2 weeks. Because PhD is very, very demanding.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're the lecturer. On my brief, he says, go and meet this guy and tell him, and he's going to supervise you for the whole project. You get what I mean? And then when I'm like, let's say I'm confused somewhere, and then I set up a meeting. The first time I set up a meeting with the guy, I was like, I'm struggling for my simulation because I kept on having error codes. So it was like, I don't know if you know how error codes are. It's very, very difficult to like decipher
to find the problem.
to find the problem. It was like over maybe 50,000 figures, and like I have to go through each one of them line by line, finding where I have the problem.
Christ, yeah.
And I was like, that's going to take me at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks to do that. Because if I do that, the thing is now you have to be careful. And if you miss it, you have to start again from the beginning.
Damn.
So you get what I mean? So it's like,
I couldn't do that shit, fam.
it's so-
You know them ones where you just close the laptop like fuck it. Like, where you just so frustrated, you just close the
I
laptop.
had days
and
like
go to
that. It was one of those things like I just opened it and I just closed and go back to sleep because I felt like this was so annoying. And then you don't have like the guy that should help you doesn't actually even understand the software. He's like, oh no, I'm not meant to help you in the software.
Is he the one that's going to grade you as well?
He's gonna be the one marking. So that was one of my
Oh
questions.
Lord.
That was one of my questions because I was like, so what I did was I focused on my dissertation based on I did the software bit and I also focused on literature review so he understands. So because if he doesn't understand the software, he can understand the message I'm trying to pass across. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, if it's gonna mark me and I just do the thing and my dissertation said purely software based, this guy won't understand what's going on. It would just look like, okay, the GDL is reflecting different colors.
That could work to your favor or to your detriment.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't understand, he could mark that shit down. Or if he doesn't understand, he go first,
Yeah.
and then like keep it moving. But I wouldn't take those chances, fam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if it doesn't like you, yeah, you're done.
So it was just one, and I was not only the person, like, and this was just my own personal experience. Lots of my friends were like, oh, the supervisors didn't help, and it was a case of it was just one of like that's why I'm like I feel like they pay them too much for the job they do. Yeah. Maybe they should restructure their salaries or something. Like
I don't know.
It's gonna help, honestly.
I don't know. Do you feel like the role of lecturers is less demanding than? I think it's less demanding than teachers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because teachers, you're working with children, you're more involved in like what's going on. Lecturers, from what we see as students, they come through.
Yeah.
They obviously prepare the PowerPoints.
Yeah.
Because, they put in the PowerPoint by blah, blah, blah. So they prepare the PowerPoints, come present us the PowerPoints. And then they grade, they conduct other stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel it's slightly a bit weird, saying they should get paid less, but I don't know.
Well, I think.
Like, what do you think? Like,
I don't know how much do they get paid. That's the real question.
I'll look that up. I'll look that up.
Oh no,
for you guys.
generally
Yeah.
they earn like around 40 grand.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could check.
That isn't too much more than teachers normally. Like in.
But it totally depends on what course you're doing actually. Because obviously, depending on the course, then the more demanding it is. But an average
An average of 40K.
Yeah.
That seems.
Yeah. He's right. The average university lecturer salary is 45 grand within the UK. Those starting out as a university lecturer can expect 33,000 starting. Damn, that's a good starting salary.
That's very good.
Yeah.
33,000.
I mean, for the work they do, I think that's fair.
And obviously, the more qualified you are and the more achievements you've made in your career, so
Yeah.
the better.
So if you got a
that you
PhD
get
and you
paid.
circle back to be a lecturer, big money.
Ooh,
Yeah.
then
What I would say is that for lecturers, compared to like secondary school students or primary school students, anything like that.
Even A level.
Yeah, even A-level
Yeah.
students, they teach topics that are more complex. So it's harder to, like, especially when, what's the word? When you get taught not the wrong things, but more, more dumbed down elementary versions of what the actual truth is in A level or in secondary school, because that's all you need to know for GCSE. This is all you need to know for A level. Then when you touch upon uni, for example, uni for the first time, and then what they're telling you mechanics is now is completely different to what they were telling you mechanics is 2 years ago. It's a complete switch up. It can be more complex. So what for me it was more complex anyway, and so they've got a tough task on their hands.
Yeah.
And then the good lecturers anyway, the good ones, when you email them or try to get in contact with them to like get help, they'll help you out. Yeah. And when they have lots of classes. They're not just teaching people that are in your year doing your degree. They might be teaching another degree as well. Might be teaching another different couple sets of classes. It's not like they only do one class a day.
Yeah.
Or like whenever you have lessons, that's when they have lessons, and that's it. That's the only time they're working. So they work with lots of different people, lots of different classes, lots of different PowerPoints to prepare and all that stuff. So their job that certainly isn't easy, but not all of them are on the same level. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I feel like with teachers and lecturers, there's a difference. So growing up, I used to have a favorite teacher back home, and it was about the connection between him and me. So when you have someone like even in my degree, there's a guy, Benoit, one French speaking guy. When the guy teaches, you actually want to learn.
Yeah.
Like fam, this guy's teaching me trusses and beam and stuff like that. It's very difficult. Like beam theory is a very, very difficult thing. And it's like, but when the guy is teaching, I actually want to listen. And for example, there's someone like Madeline that taught us thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is difficult, man. That's the exam that, like, when you write thermodynamics in an exam, it's one of the exams that makes engineers run away. like I don't know if
I can understand.
it's difficult, man. It's difficult. But obviously, like, when she teaches the thing, it was a case of like she teaches, and I'm like, for the whole 2 semester, everyone was in class. Do you get what I mean? Everyone actually came to class, and I was like, but why in other guy's lecture people are not there? It's because the way she teaches and the way she is as a person makes like, obviously the course, how difficult and how severe the grades and everything it boils down, but it also depends on the person itself, depending on the person teaching it. So if person is giving you, fine, they'll teach you the right thing, because come on, the university lecturer, they'll teach you the right thing, but also depends on the person that's channeling the message across to you. So then in that case, then I feel like it's gonna help if they can actually, because obviously they're teaching the right thing, but I feel like if lecturers can actually work on their ability to work with people, rather like work with students, not with people, because they obviously do good in their office and stuff, but like work with students rather than just teaching. Because, for example, I had a class and then people were making noise in the back, and the guy didn't even stop talking. Like, he wasn't really bothered about telling them, oh, you guys keep quiet. Like, imagine there's a guy having a phone call, and he was
in
like,
lecture.
Yeah, he didn't tell. Like, obviously, I didn't want to go tell the guy like, oh, can you keep quiet? People are trying to. Because obviously, like, I wasn't that put. I wasn't put in that position, and I was even expecting the lecturer to even do some. Maybe obviously it's your class. Like, tell them to, or tell them to go out or something. He didn't do that. He just continued speaking, and I was just like, it was a case of like, I was shook because I was like.
Come on, man. People are big 20-year-olds now.
Come on.
We can't be having glass clowns. These times, your career is just at the end of this degree, bro.
That's true.
And man wants to fuck up by talking over the lecturer. That shit will come up in the exam. You fail. Next thing you know, you can't
That's
go
the
uni.
thing. That's the thing.
Wait, nigga, are you trading?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Are you actually trading?
Yeah.
Wait, let's just keep it going.
But yeah. Oh, I've lost my train of thought, but wait 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, so it's like they're not, how do you explain? I understand, like, because one of my lecturers was like, oh, at this stage, it's not about the lecturers now. They're not trying to force you to go to university.
Yeah.
So they expect you to be in a kind of phase of like a mind that, oh, you are coming to learn and like keep every distraction away. But I'm like, at the end of the day, there'll still be like the bad apples in the class, which might affect every other person.
Yeah.
Which in my second year, in my first year, second semester, there was something like that. So people swore at the lecturer, and it was revision week, which cost every other person.
Wait, what happened?
So what happened was, so people swore in Arabic, but the problem is they didn't know you understood Arabic.
Yo, wait. All right, so what did these people look like? Like, was the lecturer like just someone who doesn't seem like speaks Arabic? Was he like some British guy or?
No, so he's Arabic, but I mean, I don't know if not Arab, he's Asian, but obviously I as a person I couldn't really tell what language he spoke. Because obviously we're just only speaking English with us.
Okay.
So what happened was some of the guys on the back wrote some bad things in Arabic and stuff. Damn. Like maybe probably like fuck you, something or something.
It's a
like
nice
that,
language as well, and people are honestly. I know some languages where it's like you shouldn't be using it for filth. Like it's a good language, you know.
But you get what I mean. So obviously, and he saw it, and he was like, "Who wrote this?"
It wasn't Phil.
And obviously, people were like, oh, everyone was like denying, but the guy was like, "Come on, there's someone here that wrote this because that Kahoot stuff." Like,
They done it on Kahoot.
Yeah, so what they wrote was, your name. People like filling your name for Kahoot. So what they wrote was his name and probably like a cuss word or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
But they wrote it in Arabic.
Oh, these men are dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, how many Arabic students are there? Or like how many Asian students are there? Like that.
Oh,
that's just mad.
There are a lot.
Like unless it's a plot twist that it was Phil.
And in the end, what did they do to the students?
Obviously, they didn't know the student. They didn't know who did that. But obviously, it's probably someone that speaks Arabic. Obviously, I mean, I don't understand Arabic. But so, what the guy did was, the guy was annoyed, and it was a revision week, and we had the exam the next 2 weeks. So obviously, revision week, this guy's probably prepared the focus of the exam for us. And that cost a lot of people. Okay. A lot of people failed that module.
Wait, so what did he do?
So he left the class. Didn't teach us.
For how long? Just that lesson?
Yeah, just that lesson.
Wait,
But
that one lecture fucked
was
everything.
that was the last lesson.
Oh, Lord.
It was the revision. You know, the revision. What they do is they try to focus on the area of exam that you should work on. Obviously, with teachers, they won't really tell you what to study for.
Yeah.
But you can guess where to study because they will say, "Oh, focus on that." They won't tell you it's in the exam because that's not like obviously. But they'll tell you, "Okay, read this, study this, study that." They'll give you some kind of questions, and based on experience, I know whatever question they give you in revision week, most times, like 90% of the time, always come out in the exam.
Yeah.
Not the same questions, but something kind of similar.
Lines, yeah.
Yes, similar format. I don't know if it's the same with yours.
We're jumping them. We have to. You have to.
I mean, those students.
You have to.
Because I can't even blame the lecturer for that.
No, I don't blame him. That's what I'm saying. The guy, obviously, I'm like, for me, I would have told everyone that spoke Arabic. No. I said, if it was me, everyone that spoke Arabic, you guys are going to fail.
How do you even control that?
But that's what I'm
How do
saying.
you even say, if you speak Arabic, that goes for you too, Phil. I don't know what you know.
Can, like, look it up on Google Translate, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it was Phil who tried to frame some students by doing it in Arabic, listen, he's sort of a genius. We're not saying it in English.
And no one ever owned up to it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Obviously, who wants to come up to it?
But did he warrant the insult? Like, did he deserve whatever they said? Was he a bad guy or?
I mean, like, he's not my favorite lecturer, but he was just there. Like, this guy was just there. Like, the guy was chilling. Just let him be. Like, my mind was just let this guy teach us. And he goes, like, this was the last lecture with him. Like, the last lecture. And it was the revision lecture of all lectures. Because the revision was the guy was going to prepare you for the exam. And it actually reflected on the grades because everyone did good on the. I'm not saying that maybe the man marked us based on annoyance, but I feel like what happened was because he didn't give us that specific 2 hours lecture.
Yeah.
So like 2 hours revision time. So what probably happened was people were not in the frame of mind that they didn't actually know where to study in. So they studied everything. But obviously we know as a student that not everything will stay in your head.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a punishment from the Most High that, okay, you guys were looking for trouble. Now you have trouble.
So what was there commonality in like this section here, the part that you guys weren't taught, and there was a lot of difficulty found by people?
The thing was the difficulty of the exam. Like everyone knew that section was difficult. And obviously I know the guy won't just suddenly change up the exam questions overnight.
Yeah.
But I know that maybe he will, because he kept on saying that it was going to be difficult, So that's why everyone I was in the frame of mind that, okay, this 2 hours seminar stuff, let me open my head and calm down, just do everything. And then obviously left stuff. So
That's a shame.
cost everyone.
I wonder what these man said in Arabic, you know. Jesus Christ. What the fuck did you not say to make a nigga walk out?
Yeah, either way was enough to make him walk out.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, gosh.
The guy was pissed.
Yeah, fucking hell. To be so pissed off to read it, like, what now?
And the thing was, he just immediately saw it. He knew, was like, who said this? And obviously, no one said anything. And like, he was even very, very calm. He just packed his bag off the blackboard screen and just went.
Yeah.
I like that. I respect it for that.
Yeah, I feel like if it was me, I was going to cause a problem.
Because he's like, these man are kids. I'm not doing the screaming and shouting thing.
Because like, everyone there, I feel like it's older than everyone there. No one there is his mate, and well, it's one of those things that just happens.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. How would you say, like, being on the course has affected your mental health?
You know, the thing is, in Africa, mental health is not really looked upon. So it's one of those cases that I grew up not. I won't say validating it, but it was one of those things that was like, I wasn't. It's one of the, you know, when you're born with I grew up not really considering mental health as a serious thing. You know what I mean? Which obviously, being in the Western world now has opened my eyes to different things, but it's just part of me now. It's part of me, so
Yeah. Oh.
But trust me, it actually, I mean, not for me, but from people because I used to be a student rep, so people come to talk to me and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to be. I'm still a student rep, but obviously based on what I've heard from other people, it actually really does affect. It actually affects because it's one of those cases with engineering. If you study, you might still fail.
Damn.
So you have to understand what you're studying. So it's even if you put everything in your head, you know the formulas, you know everything. But if you don't understand how to use it, you're still gonna fail. And obviously, you see some people that they work so hard, and then they still come out with a 2-2. And it's like, you don't really know the best way to help them. And obviously, you know that's gonna affect their mental health.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? So I feel like there's so many depressed people in engineering.
big facts.
Trust me. I feel like there's so many.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's like looking to apply to mechanical engineering?
Yeah, as a student rep too. Like,
Don't do it for the money. Trust me.
just what are you doing?
No, the thing is, you see, yeah, the money side is appealing and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you can handle that amount of stress, then go for it. Let me be your guest. But if you feel like you're someone like you might just like in my second year, the first 1 week, 12 people dropped out.
Damn.
They just like the thing was, they saw the modules. So funny. I mean, I don't know. I'm laughing. They saw the modules and they were like, "No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing this." You get what I mean? It's like they were like, "Oh, I'm not doing this," and I understand where they're coming from. But obviously, I don't really have a choice because I mean, my dad had already sent the fund to the university and no refund. So
No free fund
no
policy.
refund.
Oh,
So
great.
just
Yeah.
stay on to the end. Stay on to the end.
And what would you say is the most useful thing that you've learned on your course?
Now I feel like nothing can stress me out again. Like,
Nothing can kill me anymore. Engineering has tried and it has failed. I'm invincible.
no, seriously, like, I don't know if in your course, but imagine writing an exam for 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yes.
Is that even legal? I swear that's not legal. You can't know. Like,
In my
I swear you
second-
can't be in an exam room for 4 hours.
In my second year, I wrote an exam. It was 4 hours. Roughly, it was 3 hours. I think 40 minutes or something like that. So roughly 4 hours.
Christ.
Yeah.
And then 3 hours, 40 minutes sitting down, writing an exam. Immediately I finished, I booked the train and I left Newcastle.
Where did you go?
I was just going. It was like the whole of Newcastle started irritating me.
Jesus Christ.
That's how annoying it is. It's like the course is very, very stressful. And I'm like, most of the things I'm actually learning, I'm probably not gonna use it. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like, I learn every theory, learn everything. At the end of the day, it's like, I'm just probably gonna use the software somewhere and just be doing something, click, and that's it.
Damn.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
how about you, Mel? Like, on that?
Like, what's the most useful thing I've learned so far?
Yeah.
So it's not only me. That's good.
I don't know if I would say it's anything on the course in particular, but just from the course, like from studying on the course, it's just the way different people can approach stress and the pressure of the course itself. I'm not somebody that crumbles. Like, if things start to get bad, even if it
I
gets
don't
last
crumble.
even if things starts to whip, and like, let's say I've got a lot of stuff that I've left last minute, then I stay calm. It's practically impossible at this point for me to see their assignments, a couple, maybe like a week or two left to do all of these,
Yeah.
and then break down. Because the breaking down at that point won't do anything for you.
Trust me.
It won't do anything.
It's just gonna waste
The
your time.
exams are still coming.
Like,
Exams are still
me
coming.
breaking down is just going to cost myself more time.
Yeah.
It sounds toxic, but you need to
It's-
pack that shit in a box and then open it later. fam.
Like honestly, at that point, for me at this point, it's okay. I see I have this much time left to do it. Let me put my focusing like hat on. I get the work done. Then afterwards, I look back and I'm like, finally, it's done. Cool. Then I breathe. I never stop breathing, but I have that final sigh of relief after I've done the work. All of it's been submitted and sent off. Because for me, breaking down and like worrying about, do I need to do this? How do I do this? Blah blah blah. Tears will never come. Tears will never come. For
Tears will
engineering.
never come.
Tears will never come for engineering. The day I let this course bring me to tears, I don't know, because it's just not possible. For me, the shedding of tears before the course would be a waste of time. So I just can't see myself doing it. That's the lesson I've learned, that in the face of adversity and struggle,
Just continue.
just continue.
Yeah.
Just continue.
You must endure.
Just
Yeah.
enjoy and
endure.
continue.
No matter how difficult it is, it's one of those things like my solution to it was just do it like it's like just do it like
Just do it.
just do it.
Like,
Yeah.
Like there's the thing is you cry, you I'm tired, I'm frustrated. Like some of my friends, they come to me, they lament. I'm like, your lamentation is not gonna help you. Study. If you don't study, they will give you a big F, like big 0. And these guys, when you click on Blackboard and you see your grades, 0, or they give you a very bad grade, and then you see the feedback, they'll be like, you don't understand the learning requirements. That's it.
damn.
So you get what I mean? So it's one of those things just do it. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Just march, fam.
Once you start the race, don't look back. Because if you look back, you will cry.
Yeah.
So just keep going. Don't be looking at, just be looking at, okay.
I feel like dropping out in second year is interesting, you know? Like,
It's one of
because you're 1 year in and you're 1 year away.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like first year where it's like, oh,
You
shit.
barely wasted any time.
You got time, to leave.
Yeah.
And it's not like third year where it's like, it's not even a thought to drop out in third year, like under extreme circumstances. Because on third year, like, you're only at the finish line, you're looking at the finish line. Yeah.
No,
So
you're on
second
the
year is
finish
an
line.
interesting
Like, you're on the
time.
finish line.
You practically are.
You're
Yeah.
there. So you dropping on in third year is one of, I said maybe it's like personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, if it's just because of the course is draining, just you drain the course too.
Yeah.
Both of you drain each other.
Honestly,
Most of you-
if you don't enjoy the course, or if the course has got extremely stressful, I would just say find a way that you can make yourself enjoy it as you're doing the stuff that is the worst. Honestly, like whether that's listening to music or I sometimes this might sound a bit weird.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
If I'm
give
doing
us.
something that I hate,
Yeah.
for example, thermodynamics. I hate thermodynamics. Yeah. If I'm doing it, I will literally look at the question, be like, oh, okay, this is dumb. Yeah, I hate this, and I'll laugh at the question, and that's my way of being like, okay, cool, I don't care. Like, I'll get the work done, but I'll laugh at the question like, yeah, you think you're gonna get me, but you're not. And I'll move on.
It works.
And then when it's all done, when all the questions are done,
Hey.
I can finally be like, cool, it's done.
That's a
We
good
passed it.
mentality to have,
Yeah.
though. Like, you think you'll kill me today?
Yeah,
I'll
no,
kill you.
it won't be. It won't be.
You're not the first person.
Yeah.
I've conquered all of you. That's,
Yeah.
Honestly,
like what I normally do, I just take a walk.
walks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that helps a lot.
But even that Newcastle trip, so where did you go? Like, did you just book the train and
Like, I went to Leeds.
do what? Like,
I wanted a feel of a different place.
Jesus
I can understand
Christ.
that.
Jesus
The thing was,
Christ.
it was thermodynamics, and it was almost 4 hours. It was like towards the end, it was one. It was, I was so the first 30 minutes I slept.
You slept?
Yeah, if you want me to tell you, yeah, when I saw the questions, and for like,
You
I saw
might-
the questions, and
I don't
was
think
like,
I was sleeping, man. I think you
and the
passed
thing
out.
was- the thing
You passed out. That wasn't sleep.
I think the funny thing is, I'm one of the most serious people in my course.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at it, it's not in terms of only me. I look at it of
Yeah.
how is everyone else gonna feel?
Mm.
Yeah.
Like how is, because obviously I know like after the exam, I mean I got a lot of calls from people that like every exam in this final year, I got sent email, calls, text, because I'm student rep. People complaining to me to
That's
go
a
and
lot of pressure as well, isn't
yeah,
it?
to
Like,
go and
that's-
complain to the supervisors or the module leaders or the head of the engineering body that like they're not doing a good job. But obviously it's like, so when I in second year, then I saw the exam question, I was like, I mean, I understood, but like it was just one of those phases. Like I knew a little bit of what I was doing, but then everything just went away.
Damn.
So
you
my
know,
solution-
you know, the ones with the smartest kid in class puts his pencil down. That's a signal for everyone else. I'm like, hey, lads, not tonight. Not tonight.
And I went to sleep and for like 30 minutes, and then I woke up. Then I was doing it for like another hour,
Yeah.
and then another 30 minutes I was doing it.
Fair, 3 hour exam, 3 hours, 20 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, it was
Might as
3
well
hours,
sleep.
48 minutes, man. Almost 4 hours. Longer than a football match.
I can't imagine sitting down to do an exam for that long.
And the last bit of the exam, it was just a case of, let me just be the last person to go.
What, you want to be last man standing?
Yeah, because it was a case of like, I didn't know what to write again, but it was like, let me enjoy my time. It's my school fees. Let me burn it. You get what I mean?
Fair.
You know them was niggas walk out the exam room like soldiers coming back from war, fam. niggas just with their heads down and shit.
And like that exam had the highest receipt.
Really?
Yeah, like almost
Like
90,
you saw the whole classroom back in August,
almost
fam.
80,
Everyone
yeah,
linked up.
almost 90% rewrote the exam. Almost.
Damn.
Like everyone had to do it because it was like I just thought I was like I met the person. I was like, see that you want to kill us, like tell us if that's your plan. Let me know if you want to kill me so I can run away, because like fam, what are you doing? For
And finally, what would you say are the wins, losses, and lessons of your university experience so far?
I mean, the thing was with engineering, it's like it took a lot of my time.
Yeah.
So it's like when I want to use time for everything, I'll be like, nah, let me go to the library, or let me study. You get what I mean? Like if you're looking for like a first class, I feel like it's one of those cases you have to keep studying.
Yeah.
But if you're fine with a 2-2 or a 2-1, then you might study and then play. And I feel like with engineering, it's like you should be able to work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Like it's how efficient, even if you study for like 12-30 hours in a day, obviously it's 24 hours, but like if you study, like, you know, I'm trying to, like, if you study a lot, if you max out everything, it's not about what you studied, it's about how efficient, and if it's very efficient, then you understand what you've actually studied, then that will help you a lot. You get what I mean? Like there was one of my exams and it was like, I mean, I attended the lectures, but I wasn't really paying attention. And then I studied the whole semester in 4 days. And I still got a first in that.
Okay, so that's one of your wins, like
yeah,
top shining moments.
So it was one of those ones I was like, the whole semester in 4 days, I was like, it was, and it was even structural, so it was like beams and stuff. So it was also difficult, but like, it was a lucky win. It was a lucky win in a way.
Okay.
It was a lucky
and then
win.
any losses?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one. It's called what was it called? It's like economics and stuff.
Okay.
Where you do like a little bit of cost. It's like, what was the name of the module called? Basically what you're doing is you're doing the scope between cost, quality, and time. So it's like you want to deliver good quality on a very low budget on a short time. So it's one of those. So it's like economics in a way with a little bit of engineering. Yeah. So that was the cost. And then I underestimated the cost because I was like, oh no, it's just accounting. And it was similar to accounting. I was like, oh, it's just accounting. Nah. I'm going to do it. And then obviously it was, and I was like, oh no. I left it last minute and then obviously it cost me.
Damn.
Cost me.
So you failed the test?
Oh no, I didn't fail the test. But it was like, I normally get like on average 65 and above. Mm-hmm. And then I got 50.
Oh.
And like I struggled to get that 50. Like I actually struggled. So you get what I mean. So it was a case of, I feel like with every module you're just doing in engineering, just take it, and not even engineering, any course, just take it serious.
Yeah.
Just take it serious.
A lesson you learned.
A lesson I learned in engineering: talk to people. Don't suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Like if you're struggling with something, there's like, what I've noticed is there's always someone that knows it in the class.
It's true.
Like, in my first year, I was one of those people, like, I just keep to myself. But then, obviously, over the years, it was a case of, oh, if I don't know this, I'll just be like, oh, does anyone know this? Can you help me?
Yeah. Are you active? To be fair, it's a course rep. You're active in the group chat, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm always trying to, like because, fam, my prayer is, oh, everyone succeed. No one get left behind. Mm-hmm. But obviously, there's always bound to be someone that will get left behind. But generally, I pray that I hope people obviously everyone just graduates and stuff. So
yeah.
But just the good advice is just ask. Don't be shy. Just ask.
Yeah. And what would you say yours are like?
What a quick run through what my wins, losses, and lessons.
Yeah.
A win of my university experience. I've met some good people along the way.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're smiling.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not referring to you, Tab.
Okay.
On and off the course, and learnt stuff about myself in particular. A loss. Oof. I'll just say the transition between A levels and uni hit me like a ton of bricks, bro.
So how's that a loss? How would you go into that as a loss though?
I'll explain it as a loss. It seriously caught me off guard. Like, bro, like swept me off my feet.
Like, how did you react to it? What do you mean?
I didn't relax, yeah. But I'm one of those people. If I don't fall into a pattern quickly, then I struggle to catch up. And I was on job initially in first year, but then I got ill. I got tonsillitis. So now I didn't attend uni for like a week.
And then after that, you didn't bounce back.
Bro,
That
I
was all.
struggled.
That's all you need. Just 1 week. Just miss it. Because you have to keep trying to catch up that 1 week.
Exactly.
You'll be losing that 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Why the weeks are still going to continue. So it's like,
And what's unfortunate is that back then in Newcastle, they didn't have any like buffer weeks or reading weeks for my course anyway. So there was no weeks off where you could study other than Christmas or Easter. But this year, anyway, because of the coronavirus, anyway, they've had buffer weeks for people to have like for each course to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's been great. Yeah, because even now with Corona, it's been tough to stay on job and stay on task and stay motivated. But they didn't have that first year. So if you fall behind in Newcastle, usually, I'm not sure if they're still going to continue having these buffer weeks in the future on mechanical engineering. They didn't in first year, but they have this year. If they don't have them, then you need to stay on task.
Mm-hmm.
Or you need to carve away some weekends for you to do work, because you fall behind by a week or two, you're staying behind until until Christmas holidays, until Easter. Otherwise, you're finished.
yeah, I
And
don't
a lesson, don't let your grades be the be all and end all of like your university experience. Like, don't let it affect your mind state like that.
Yeah.
You do badly one time, look at it and approach it constructively. Did you not understand it? Did you not study enough? Were you not taking it seriously?
Mm-hmm.
And then move forward and do that in the future, because if you beat yourself up, you're not going to get yourself anywhere. That's pretty much what I'd say.
Definitely.
Yeah. And finally, is uni a scam?
Yeah.
No, from the moment you said lecturers getting paid too much.
One of the things is like, you pay so much. Like, for example, I do a lot of investing, and I know about like investing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, let's say you invested. For me, collectively over the past 4 years, I've probably spent somewhere between 100 grand to 150,000 pounds on education. Plus, like that includes like my living costs.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, because I'm international, so like that includes my living costs, my visa.
So these
and
international
everything.
students have money, fam. I've been saying this.
We're broke, man. We're broke.
No, 20 grand. You know how UK students are crying over 9K? I've not seen a single. Of course, obviously, like international students have their problems and they might complain. But bro, the way UK people complain about this 9K, and there's people like you walking around with 24K on them a year, fam. Listen, we need to relax ourselves, man. Honestly.
Yeah, so let's say, for example, you take the 150,000 pounds, right? And then 4 years ago, obviously, let's just say Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously Bitcoin was one of those very good ones.
Oh.
Well, let's say you invested 150,000 in a business,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the next 4 years, you're looking for the business to just double your money. You get what I mean? So now you have 300 grand in 4 years. I'm going to study mechanical engineering. I'm done now. Glory. I don't have a guarantee job that will give me 40K. Like look at the starting salary. 25, 28, 30.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
And lecturers are getting 33.
And then I've paid 150,000. What kind of investment is that?
The return on investment is poor.
It's very poor.
Very poor.
And the thing is, the job is not guaranteed.
Yeah. So high risk.
Yeah, like it's like you placing a bet.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? It's like you go and say, Newcastle versus my CE, and it's like
City for the win, easy win. Come on.
No,
Not a City fan? Okay.
and it's like you're saying, Newcastle is going to score 100 nil.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, this is your bet, man. Sorry to Newcastle fans, but you get what I mean. It's like it's not a calculated risk. It's just one of those things. I feel like it's one of those things like the society has just put in the mind like, everyone must go to university. In order from the people that actually discover things to profit.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's the people like the people that discovered maybe physics and stuff that actually get the royalties and stuff. So like people like Albert Einstein, the guys that get royalty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's those kind of people.
Okay. Yeah. And would you say it's a scam?
If it is, it's not on the same level as people that are international students. They get scammed differently. You get scammed differently.
Yeah.
Because the level of investment isn't the same. The amount of money we pay isn't the same. I don't know if the rules of paying the... Oh, well, you have to pay it straight away.
Yeah, upfront.
Up front.
Up front.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You
there we
guys
go.
have
Yeah,
money,
it's on the
fam.
same.
Honestly.
It's on the same. It's on the same.
Nah.
Yeah.
When these men are wearing Gucci slippers and that. These international students come different.
Oh. Yeah, for me, it's personally not a scam. I've enjoyed it, but I
Yeah.
can see how easy it can be a scam.
Yeah,
for
yeah. When you put it like
international
that.
students and
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
people that aren't guaranteed or don't even have a secure job market to move into after uni.
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's a question mark after your last year, then it can be a bit sticky. I
That's
can
mad.
understand it.
The way you phrase that was kind of mad. So what? You put down 100K
Yeah.
that you won't see, and then maybe you get a chance of earning this 100K back. But you have to put it down so you can get this, and then you get
Yeah.
the opportunity to make it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
And the amount of time it takes you to earn it back too is even longer. So you make that 100K, and if you think you're in the minus from that 100K, you enter in at what 20? What was the starting salary like? 20K, 24K or something
Yeah.
like that. And then eventually you get back there. It's
And
mad.
it's like, remember, they're gonna tax me.
Oh, tax as well.
So like, it's one of those things. Like, it's. I mean, even
Hey, fuck uni, man. Let's end it on that note. Fuck uni. If you see this and you stay, if you're still watching and you think you want to go uni and all that, man, fuck uni, man.
if you want to go to, I feel like if you're going to uni and like, let's say you want to make a betterment and you want to improve the quality of life of we humans, then yeah, go to university. But if you're just going to uni and it's like you don't know what you want to do, maybe have a year to think about what you want to do or something, because it's gonna help a lot. It's gonna help a lot.
A gap year isn't bad.
And uni
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily guarantee your success. Trust me, it doesn't.
Yep.
It's like there's so many people with PhD, this, that, they don't say have a good job. So it's like,
That's true, man.
Think about it. Don't take the traditional route in life.
yeah,
Just by force anyway. And
Yeah.
with that, we end Sliders podcast. I've been your host Mo.
Who's tough? We found out about Shil today.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was good to have you on the podcast again.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah. You've got Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that in the description.
Oh
below.
yeah, his Instagram name's long.
Yeah,
Let's not even bother.
It's SEUN, and then obviously SEUN, but the N is 9.
9 ends.
So it's like SEU and then 9 ends afterwards. So yeah,
That's right. We'll put that in the description below. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Really watch this video back. If you can't finish, this is a long video. So if you can't finish it in one go, make sure you come back to it because this is really important
This
information.
is the end. We should have said that in the middle.
Oh, you said that? Yeah. Hey. Yeah, maybe I'll put something in.
No, we'll have to break this one up into 3 parts.
Yeah.
I took timestamps.
yeah.
That's fine. All right. Well, it's been nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Sliding out.